Hey there guys, it's Dev Joshi and today we're gonna learn about variables in C language. So let's start. So what is mean by a variable, or let's say the bookish definition of a variable? I don't know if it's perfectly a bookish definition, but it's my homemade. So if any entity in a program can change its value according to the need of a programmer, then that entity can be termed as a variable. So let's understand this by a simple example. Hash include stdio.h, void main, then int a equal to 5, printf percentage d comma a. So let's run this program by pressing F11. You need to save this, and I'm gonna save with this test.c. Now do remember that if you are working with C, then you need to save your file, and it's not mandatory, but it's required. It's advisable to save your file with .c. If you were saving it with .c++, then .cpp, then it's perfectly fine. So as here you can see that we have printed 5 on the console window. So that's simple. Now let's do another experiment. And a equal to 6, printf, and let's just put backslash to enter a new line, pressing F11, and you can see that 5 and 6. So this is the value of a, which was before the a equal to 6 expression, and this was a value after. So you can simply tell that we have changed the value according to the need of us. So that's what a variable is mean by. You can change your value according to the need. There are two types of variable in C language. One is a local variable, while another one is a global variable. So for a local variable, let's understand a thing which is known as code block. So a code block is just a simple line of code within an open curly bracket and closed curly bracket. So this is the main function, which is also a code block. So if a variable is declared inside a function or a code block, then that variable can be termed as local variable. So there are limitations of a local variable, that variable cannot be used outside that function or that code block. So here you can see that we have declared int a. So let's declare another function, void display, or let's say display, whatever it is. Okay. Now, if I want to access the variable a of the main function, that will give me an error. Let's check it. You can see here a undeclared first used in this function. So it is mean that the variable a, which is declared over here, can't be used in this function, which is displ, or whatever you say that. So it means that this is the local variable which is limited to this main function, and you can term this as the scope of a variable. After this, the memory at which the variable is there will be deleted or will be free. Now there's another sort of variable which is a global variable. So if you declare a variable outside of all the parentheses or all the methods, that variable will be termed as global variable. Now global variable also has certain limitations, but not in the form of accessible. It can be accessible to every function in your code. But if you want to write a program that uses many sort of global variable, that program will use too many memories. So for instance, let's understand this by an example. If a is less than, let's say, 500, then let's initialize another variable, int b equal to 6. So what does this mean? That if and only if the value of variable a is less than 500, the variable b will be initialized. So it means by initializing, I mean that the variable b will be initiated or will be given memory into the memory elements like RAM or registers. So it means that the scope of this variable is up to this if statement. If this if executes, then and only then the b will be initialized. But if this if statement doesn't execute, then this b will never be initialized. And don't get confused between this codes because I don't expect you that you know everything. It's just a simple example. If you don't understand anything, then don't worry at all, because everything is going to be covered in the future upcoming tutorials. Okay, so let's just erase this and let's quickly compile this program and run this by pressing F11. So you can see here it's 5 and 6. Okay, now let's call this function displ, right in it, and press F11. You can see here that I forgot the new line, \n F11. You can see here that this is the file of this printf, this 6 is of the second printf, and this 10 is inside the displ. So you might think that here the global variable is a, also the local variable inside the main method is a. Here 10 is printing while we call the display function, but only 5 and 6 are printing while we printing the values in the main function. So why is that? So if the name of the global variable and local variable in any method is same, and then you use that variable, the reference will be given to the local variable only. Even if you have anything over here or whatever it is, you will have the compiler will give reference to the local variable only and not to the global variable. So keep that in mind. Unnecessary use of global variable is not prohibited but is not advisable. So take care of that. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you have any kind of comments, then please write it down. If you have any kind of comments, then please write it down in the comment section. If you have any doubts, then also write it down in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel Programmer Geeks. Thank you, and let's meet in the next tutorial. Till then, goodbye.